Hello, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to MamaLiez Wants to Learn at 4 p.m. Thank you for joining us today. Today we're gonna I'm doing a financial health series, and today we have a special guest. Her name is Vivian. I will show what is the topic about. It's about how do we make pandemic-proof financial plan for family. And I invited a holistic licensed financial planner from VKA Wealth, Vivian Chin. She's also a certified Islamic financial planner. I think it's very, very important for us to start really do not even start. I think I only really did a proper financial planning about 2 years ago, and I never really looked into it. Before that, not really actually. But when I have young family, I think it's very, very important to do a proper financial planning. But not many people understand what is financial planning. What does it consist of? And that's why I invite an expert to explain to you briefly and generally what is financial planning. And let's invite Vivian Chin. Hi, Vivian.
Hi, hi Liz. How are
Thank you.
you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us today for Mama Liz Wants to Learn, because the Mama also want to learn about financial planning, especially during this pandemic. A lot of people are suffering. What do we do? A lot of people, when they don't have proper planning, then they have to start touching on their funds like EPF lah or their ASB. So I think it's good that people understand what is the whole thing, what is financial planning all about, to prepare yourself when cases like this now, when pandemic happens, when you lost your job and you loss of income, and then you lost businesses and loss of money. I hope today, I'm sure you will show us what really is financial planning all about. Yeah,
Okay,
Vivian, thank you
sure.
so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
Okay,
you.
maybe
Thank you,
introduce.
Liz.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You
sure, sure.
maybe introduce yourself a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks, Liz, for inviting me to your lovely show. So I'm also a big fan of you. I always follow your show. So okay, it's an honor to be here to share about what is financial planning, especially during this pandemic. Yeah, actually, financial planning is a process. It's not a product. But a lot of people have this concept here, thought that financial planning is a product because most of
Mm,
Malaysia, we have some of the investment product and protection product that we thought is a financial planning. But actually, a financial plan is a long-term method, which is wisely manage your finances so you can achieve your goals and dreams. Well, from at the same time, you also by using financial planning, it can negotiate the financial barriers that you might have along your way, during your life stages. So this is
mm,
how financial planning can help you out. Yeah, yeah.
mm. Yeah, because I think a lot of people think like, for example, I used to have mutual fund in public mutual fund, and then we have the agent. Oh, they are financial planner. So I think people don't know. There are a real financial planner. They have to be certified by when they have the holistic, the whole view, and I didn't know that I could afford one. Oh, I should have, because I thought like, oh, last time only the rich can get this like personalized financial certified financial planner. Only all these people
Yeah,
yang kaya. Then
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah,
actually we can afford it. I think we cannot afford not to have one. For me now, what now that I
yeah,
discovered how
yeah.
important to have a
Yes,
personal certified financial planner, because they
yes,
are the ones who are able to do the total plan for us, and they're able to give if it's insurance, if you go to insurance agent, there's only one insurance agent, they will only promote about the product. They don't really assess whether how much do you need. They don't assess that. They don't do that kind of assessments. And I think the most important thing is for the certified financial planners. do those assessment. I think okay, Vivian, I think you can just share what not me,
Yeah,
but
sure. Yeah.
I talked about my own experiences.
Yeah. I think that you share with me before. You have thank God for your financial planner. Now they help you
Yeah.
out to figure out what's to how to achieve it. Yeah. I think it's nothing to there's no rights and wrong. What kind of
Yeah.
insurance product you have. Just that you need to financial planner can help you by using a strategy. To make your dreams come true. By using
Mm.
all the products that on the platform. That what you sharing, just now that you previous time you have this investment product you have, right? But through that you might need to look at in more deeper, which is what's your goal, what's the purpose of having that investment product, like
Mm.
insurance products, like what you mentioned, right? So what's the purpose that you have that insurance product? Is it sufficient? I mean, the coverage
Yeah.
for you, because is it cover for your family income or even your
Yeah.
income replacement for all this?
Yeah.
So a financial planner can help you to review all these product, whether is it necessary to have this product to help you out so that you can achieve your goals. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Mm.
would you like to share some information slides, or I don't think maybe you can try on yours and see how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Okay.
Let me just share my slide here. Hopefully it can work on my side. Okay, so
So,
yeah.
okay. Whoever in the audience, just say hello and tell us where you are tuning in from. If you have any questions for Vivian, you can just write it on the comment section. You can ask whatever you want about financial planning. Okay. So let me see.
Yeah, can
Can
you
you do on?
see? Oh,
Yes. Is it try the display
yeah, I tried the display. It seems like can't work at my
on the right
my side.
side?
Yeah, yeah, on the right side I did that. Just that
Ah,
I don't think
okay.
is working at my side.
Okay, then I try on mine then. Let me try on mine.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Okay.
just have to tell me lah. Next. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Right. Let's go here.
Sorry about
Okay.
the technical issue we
Yeah.
having here.
Okay. So, okay. You see?
Yeah. Yes, I see. Just yeah, you have to actually. Yeah. Thanks,
You see
Liz.
enlarge? Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Liz, can you go to the next slide?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So as Liz has introduced about me, so I have a license which is with a few of it. One is a certified Islamic financial planner and also a certified financial planner. And I also have two licenses here. One is with Security Commission and another one with Bank Negara. So with this certification and license, then I entitled to advise on clients. So and also I'm a fee-based financial planner. Okay, Liz,
So,
maybe yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
But what's the difference between the CFP by FPAM and CFP from Security Commission? What's the difference of these licenses?
Okay, so the certify is actually is a certified that we are a financial planner, but we have to
Mm.
go through a few of the examinations so that we can certify ourselves with a few of
Mm.
the modular. So this
Right.
is what we need. And before you certify you become a real financial planner, you may need a license from Security Commission and Bank Negara. Then they will give you a license so that you can advise your clients and also represent on
Mm.
your on the on the products that you are recommend to your clients. Yeah.
So the products is you usually that you propose are normally in onshore investment. That means in Malaysia
In
investment, correct?
Malaysian, yeah, in Malaysia, yeah. Yes,
Okay.
you're right. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So I go next. Okay.
Okay, so I think I have introduced that what is financial planning. Financial
Yeah.
planning is a process. Okay, it's not a product. So a lot of people have a misconception about that. Hey,
Right.
financial planning is a product because normally most of the people that you met who are introduced some of the product to you, they were telling you that they are financial planner, but by right they might have only have a license which is with particular company, which is like you know, some of the investment company or even some of the insurance company. So if you really want to check out, you can check them through the Security Commission site to whether they have a license or not. They are certified as a financial planner or not. So this is how the way how you check it. And what is financial planning? Is a long-term method that you use wisely to manage on your finances so you can achieve your goals and your dreams. And then on the same side, same time, in negotiate the financial barriers that you might you might meet along the way. I mean, during your life stages. So this is what we call a financial planning. So then through financial planning, there's a few of the things you need to know, which is before you plan out your financial plan. That will be so.
Yeah. Wait. Sorry. I'm just trying to. I
Okay.
cannot see. I'm trying
Yeah.
to get to my phone to see. I cannot see anything. I can only see the slides.
No
Okay.
problem.
Do I
No
go
problem.
next? Do I go
Yeah.
next?
Please. Yeah. Please.
Okay.
So this is one of the financial planning stage. As you can see that there are a few stages here. Like
Yeah.
you might in the like single marriage and start with raise a family or even approaching your retired years and retired years. So this is one of the what we call a financial planning life stage. Fewer people have the same goal as they did, maybe 10 years ago or 5 years ago. Like me myself, now I might have a different goal compared with 10 years or 20 years ago. At 20 years, I just get married. At that time, maybe I was thinking to buy a house, to have a car, or maybe to I have a baby, then I might think about my daughter's education. So this is what we talk. We are saying that the life stages that you go through. So when you go through each of stages, you might have a different goals. It might change along the way. Okay, so this is how we then through financial planning, we will find that your the life stages that you go through, each of the goal will be different. Then we will plan it out according to your life goal. This is what we call it. Okay, so that's why financial planning can be broken into these 5 main stages here. And keep in mind that these ages are not set like what I say is like not a fix. It can be changed. Some of you might go through it fast or maybe a very slow pace. So then maybe you are when you reach a certain age, like me myself lah. When I finish off my college, I was like I'm married in my 20s for early 20s. So this is how I say it's in a very early stage. So it can be changed. Okay. So don't see this this chart as it's just a general guidelines. General guidelines. So yeah. So and through these 5 stages of financial planning, then it will turn into a few of 3 of the categories here, which is like a basic wealth protection and wealth accumulation and wealth distribution. So as what you see that a basic wealth protection here. So this is the stage when you are like in your 20s, or maybe you started like after your college, you went into your 20s, you're working. So you might need to concentrate on things like your basic protection, to have a health plan, and I'm not accumulate, it's like saving, starting to save. This is the time for you to save. And then the other thing is start early. And this stage is good for you to start early on your retirement planning as well. So but try to avoid to like debts, to use more using credit card to pay all the expenses, or even use your credit card to do all things, because nowadays you can notice that a lot of youngsters are using credit card to buy all stuff That's the reason why there's a lot of youngster, going through AKPK or Union bankrupt. You know,
Yeah.
the age of
But
doing bankruptcy is very young. Yeah.
yeah. So maybe I think for me, credit card or even there's a debit card, you can use it, but you have to pay full lah. Make sure you pay full at the
Yes.
end.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
not use it as you spend the money that you are able to pay off, right?
Yes.
Able to pay
Yes.
off
Yes.
instead of
Yes.
spending money that you're not able to pay. I
Yes.
mean, I think in the early 20s, I was like that. I think a lot early 20s are like that. I use my credit card. I think 3, 4, 5 until like debt so much. Luckily, my dad came to the rescue.
Yeah,
My
I
dad
can
was
notice
there
that.
and pay
Yeah.
off the credit card because I learned my lesson very early. I mean, that was because I was jolly kata when I was 25, 26. I was using the credit card like crazy, using the
Wow.
money that not afford to buy, go buy, just bawa swipe, 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 and then
Wow.
cannot afford to pay.
Seriously, Liz,
Hmm.
I didn't
Hmm.
know that. I didn't know that because you doesn't look like a person like to use credit card because you're always very conscious about how to save your money. So this is always that you share with me. So yeah, well,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
at least
but
yeah,
I learn from my own mistakes, right? So everybody
yeah,
learn from. So I learned this from my own mistake. After I graduate, having you get new job and then you apply the credit card, you spend. So I learned that time. So from there, I knew that okay, I can't be spending money that I can't afford to
mm,
pay. You know.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. You're
but
right.
and another thing I want to ask you, for example, people like, oh, so Gangho, their main goal also is to buy a house.
Mm,
Example, to
mm,
accumulate whatever, buy a house. Do you
mm.
think if is that should be a wise at the moment, like if you don't have the capacity to pay to have that kind of liabilities on loan?
Yeah, yeah, because a lot of people like nowadays there's a lot of people are telling me that it's a good time for you to go into property to buy
Yeah,
houses. But first thing you have to
yeah,
know your cash flow. How's the stage like whether you are in a healthy stage or maybe in a very bad stage. So that's the reason
right.
why you need to focus on your cash flow first. Then you can know whether you are good enough to go into the property to buy a house because don't forget at the end of the day you need to pay your installment. There's a few scenario that you have to look into that, like which is especially during this time is so many, so much of uncertainty what will be happening, so that you need to know, is it your job, is it secure enough, how's your income in the next 6 months, will it affect you, will you like you have facing any like pay cut all this. So this
Yeah,
is very important, it's part of the factors that affect you when come to make a decision like this, because it's quite a huge decision, when come to buying a house, like what happened
yeah,
to us and me, my husband, when we come to
mm,
make a decision to buy a house. So we
yeah.
have to calculate out everything lah, like least what you say lah. So very
Mm.
carefully, then we will buy. Then we go for that. Yeah.
So that's the assessment that is important, to know
Yes.
whether you're capable to have the
Yes.
kind to buy a house. To although in essence you want an asset, but what you
Mm.
get actually is liability because that house is owned by the bank until you finish paying everything. And
Yes, you're right.
so
Yeah. Yeah. Because the end of the day, you have to pay the installment, right? So that
yeah,
you have to know whether is it what's the objective for? What's the objective? There's so many things that you have to take into an account first before you go for that the big decision. Yeah.
I think it's because it's a very old school mindset idea, where because
Uh-huh.
our parents always say, oh, buy the house now, you must buy a house now, you need to have, no matter what your objective, your main goal in your life, you must own a house. But
Yes.
for me, right now, the house that I'm living now is a bungalow, Valencia. But for me to live to live this kind of house, if I were to buy, you know, I have to put in a lot of cash inside, and then I have to pay double than what I'm paying right now for my rent.
Hmm.
Double,
Yes.
So it doesn't make sense for me to buy yet, because I don't. For me, it better for me to allocate that cash money into another asset that can able to generate better income without the liability that comes with it. But yet I'm able to live in the house of my dream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
with that,
yeah.
and live
That
the lifestyle
yes,
that I want within the budget I want. Yeah.
yeah. That's the reason why I always say it all depends. Come back to your objective.
Mm.
What kind
Mm.
of objective you want it. This is your plan. The financial plan is actually is yours. It's not about me. It's about you. You take charge of
Mm.
your life. So you make the decision. What kind of dreams, what kind of goals you want to achieve. Just tell the financial planning that helping you to map up it, and then to just follow the map to reach your goals. Yeah.
Okay. So we go
Mm.
next slide. So
Yeah.
that's what you're
So
talking about, setting financial goal. Yeah.
yeah, setting your financial goal.
Mm.
So like what I say, what kind of goals, your life goals? Like some of us, might want to, hey, I want to retire at 45. Some telling me that, they want to retire at like 40 or even 30s. Now I want to have like maybe 5 meals. Yeah, 5 millions in 5 years time. Like those that were young. I have one client here. She's very young. He always tell me that, hey Vivian, I want 5 meals after when I reach 30s. Then I tell him, what's the purpose for the 5 meal? For your business or for other purposes. Maybe you set up one business, or maybe you want to go for traveling, or maybe you just want to use that 5 meal, for just relax, sitting at home, doing nothing. But
Right.
this five
Right.
meal here, you never think, how long it will last you. You know, there's so
Right.
many
Right.
things, yeah, the factor that affect you, with this 5 meal,
Yeah.
yeah, that you never consider it before. Yeah, so all this is one of it, the 5 meal, and also some of them would tell me that, hey, I want to go for traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that at least you would like to travel, right? Yeah, this is
Yeah.
part of your goal. So also, your goal. So one of the goal. Yeah, like some of them they say, hey, I want to go to somewhere around the world. The whole year I don't want to work.
Yeah.
I just go for around the world and travel. That's all. So
Mm.
you need the money
Yeah.
also, right? To
Yes.
travel.
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
makan also, to pay some of the expenses also, So this is what we say, setting a financial goal, your goals. Yeah. And then
Okay.
list, yeah.
Yeah.
The next,
I'm just. That's one. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. Tracking on your cash flow.
Okay.
So means that normally what financial planner do, or even yourself, if you want to plan to do it yourself, and a financial planning, so you can know, what we did is like we dig deeper into clients' expenses to figure out and figure out, yeah, complete your cash flow to find out that your spending structure is good of your financial future, or need to trim some fat, because some of them might have a very, they like to spend, and when they spend they do not know where the money goes to, because some, nowadays people like to go online. Whenever we have free time, right, so we go online and going to Shopee or Lazada and go, and then we
Yeah.
buy and buy and buy without knowing that, we already buy a lot of things already, when at month end, right, so we find out that, our saving account, or maybe even our credit card will be like piling up. So what happened, where's the money goes, because of this what we call it, unexpected expenses, unallocated expenses. So where it goes, mana dia pergi duit itu. So that's the reason
Uh,
why there's a lot of people, there's a saying that, bulan belum habis, gaji sudah habis.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is how it happened. And so then we will find out that, through the cash flow analysis, most of people try to avoid it lah. They don't like to analyze on the cash flow, because sometimes it's too depressing already.
Right.
but still we need to go in. We still have to go in and analysis to make sure that what stages you are. So that's the
Right.
reason why, like, year to, I mean, few years or maybe year to year, you need to do some financial health check to check out how is it,
Oh,
whether you are
yeah,
in a good position or in a bad position. This is what we
yeah.
say that tracking on your cash flow. And then by doing so, then we will come up with a budget to help you to, build up a good habit for yourself, to do a budgeting so that you can
You,
allocate. Yeah, sorry.
yeah. No, I remember you mentioned that before you also take into the your clients' bank account statements and to see what habit they've been having. That's how you
Yes,
assess also,
yes,
right?
yes, 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 yes,
And
yes.
that's
Yeah,
good.
we like,
That's
yeah,
that's just amazing because you don't know what's the habit until you really check onto their account, your credit card statement, their savings there to know what they we can just say only what if you don't check how
yeah,
they can just say right, but if you do check
yes.
then you know already, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Through the checking, we know everyone they are spending. They like to go to luxury places. No, maybe go
uh,
shopping every month. So you know how their lifestyle are. Some is very
yeah.
luxury. Some is very simple. They just like to buy food. Right? Some of my clients
Mm.
like to buy food, but because I mean they have to differentiate between necessity and wants. Some they buying, no, even though they buy, but they just leave it there and then until they rotten, they buy too much. So this
Right.
this is one of the I mean the reason that we will discuss during our meeting to let them know, because sometimes it's a blind spot, they can't see it, so that we identify and then let them know, now you
Yeah,
buy this, even though I don't try to control you, we financial planner
yeah,
don't try to control you, just that we will like to like point out certain things that you might need to
right,
know,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So this is
yeah,
part of it, the cash flow
yeah.
tracking. Yeah,
uh, I just
sorry.
want to share with the audience whether you guys use any way, do you track on your own budget, on your own spending? Is yes, just say yes, and maybe share with us if you use any kind of app or money app that can do your budgetary. Because I do use an app. I think it's called Quick Money to monitor what is my daily spending.
Mm.
So for every day I will put in. So then I will know that at the end of the month, there's a report that they generate, even the graph, the pie chart, the pie chart. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you spend so much money, so much money, and then I know, so I know already. So roughly what I'm spending on my groceries car, how much I spend on the clothes car or on buying things online car. Now much more on online things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
especially when shopping online is even more dangerous because it's like tick 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 tick. You just tekan
Yes,
only now. More dangerous than
yes,
queuing
yes.
outside.
Because someone shared with me before, when they do online shopping, even me myself did that. So we try to, even though we on the spot at the spot, then we think that, hey, this item here is good for me. I want to buy it. So they try to put in the chart first. I mean the trolley thing. So you
Yeah,
put it
yeah, yeah.
there, and then you come back again and look at it. Hey, whether I want this. Sometimes you will think, after that you put it there and you think again and say, hey, no lah, no, not necessary lah, it's okay lah, don't buy it lah. So you need to differentiate between your necessity and wants. Is it
Mm,
important? Your
mm.
priority, yeah. So this do, especially during this time, you need to track it very carefully and closely to know, so which items that you really need, and just purchase that particular things. So the rest maybe you can leave it and put it aside first. Yeah.
For me, I feel during the pandemic right now is great opportunity for me to actually keep my money. Start doing real planning for whatever I want
Yes.
to do later on.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
pandemic is actually a blessing in disguise because it's an
Mm,
opportunity
mm,
for me to reflect what I've been spending
mm,
on, what is
mm,
important, not
mm, mm,
important. So
mm,
it really, really helps.
Yeah, true. I do
With the
agree
audience
with
and
you,
everything.
Liz. Yeah, because a lot of my clients realize that during this pandemic, they learn a lot of things, especially come to money. They learn about themselves also. They learn
Mm.
what is necessity, what is priority, what should I
Yeah.
do with this money. So yeah, so we come to the next stage. Then that will be your, then you will go for your extra miles for your emergency funding. Because
Uh,
during this time you really need this because it's so many things will happen. If we do not know so much of uncertainties. This, do
right.
you know that more than 70% of Malaysian cannot afford to take out 1,000 ringgit?
Cannot afford to take out. What do you mean?
Yeah, means that there's in their saving they langsung tak ada 1,000. Memang tak ada.
70%.
70, more than 70% of Malaysian cannot afford to take out 1,000, even 1,000. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that
Wow,
was
that's
like
bad.
that's what last the sources is from, I think, in 2017, from Bank
And that's
Negara.
the best part. That's
It's
even before the
yes,
pandemic.
yes. Imagine now.
Oh my God,
Imagine
it's
now.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I always emphasize on my client, you need to save up for your emergency. It is so difficult to see that people cannot take out 1,000. It's so sad because it happened to me myself. That's the reason why I always emphasize on emergency funding. You know what happened to me? Because
Right.
during a few years time, I mean 2016, my husband was retrenched by he was working in one of the MNC company. Then suddenly
Mm.
then the company sold off. And then because of during that 6 months, it's the toughest month for all of us because at that
Oh.
time I have to bear my dad's medical bills.
Oh.
I have to
Yeah.
pay for him. And he's staying in the nursery home.
Uh,
Then at that time I'm not working. I'm only doing like I'm still studying my CFP. I'm also doing some of the at the time I still unit trust agent. So my income is not so stable, but my
right.
the sole breadwinner will be my husband. Then because of he lost his job, so it affected us totally.
Mm.
But
Right.
because of we save up for our emergency, it helped us
Ah.
go through the 6 months. It really helped us until the last after the 6 months. Actually, it's 9 months. Then in after 9 months, barulah my husband dapat kerja. Thank God for
Mm.
that former emergency. That's the reason why I always emphasize on emergency funding because I go through it. It's so hard. It's so it's so it's so how to say it. You keep on stressing.
Right.
Where should I come? I mean, cari duit untuk pay for my house, my car, all the commitment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So please,
Exactly.
Malaysian, during this time, when you know your cash flow, you have the extra, please go for emergency, go extra mile for your emergency fund. It's really, really important. Really important.
I
Please.
I think
Yeah.
that's what happened last year.
Mm-hmm.
As a lot of people do not have this emergency fund. Do not have
Mm.
it. A lot of people,
Mm.
when they lost their job, they lost their
Yes.
businesses, they don't have
Yes.
emergency fund that can cover them at least 6 months, in
Yeah.
case anything happened, to cover for their expenses. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so all this that is been needed to pay off your
Yes.
expenses, your loan, and we
Yep.
don't have this. Die mampus lah, masuk lah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
True.
really very
True.
difficult.
Yeah,
Difficult.
because some it's happened to my client. That's the reason why now we have regular meeting, so that to make sure that her cash flow is on track, and also her budget,
Mm.
and also that have to make sure she has enough emergency. So every month I have to go through with her because now her income is not stable, so we have to make sure all this on track, so that she can go through this past 6 months at least lah past 6 months.
Ah,
So yeah,
I just
yeah.
yeah. I think I just want to also add on this, which I think I was telling in my post, that I want to share about automating liabilities, because I think
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I already shared Vivian, what is automating liabilities is earning a passive income that pays off your monthly expenses. I think because most of us we grew up to earn we were taught to earn active income to pay for your expenses and your loans, yeah. But nobody teach us how to earn passive income when we were young. When we grow up, nobody teach us how to do that, to earn passive income to pay for your expenses for your loan. But that's why I want to share also with the audience that you can also start focusing not only on emergency fund but finding ways to earn passive income to pay off monthly for your expenses. So the passive
Yeah.
income, there's a lot of other genuine, don't go into the get rich scheme. Yeah, you need to do your due diligence. You need to find out which one is genuine. There are a lot of onshore and offshore investments around that you can use to generate the emergency fund, to generate also your to automate your liabilities to pay off for this expensive and passive income. So when we have this automating of your liabilities, then not only you have your emergency fund, then you don't need to worry when you lose your money or when you lose your job, when you lose your businesses, because these two will buffer you for a long time in case anything happen. Basically, this
Yeah.
emergency fund and the passive income that you earn, it will buffer you or help you to ride through the tough period until you find that active income again. That's
Yeah.
what
But
my
but
sharing
not
is.
yeah. Yeah, but not many people have this idea here. So whenever emergency happen, right, then you know what happened? The last resort they will get it from their investment, which they have already set aside, which is for their retirement or maybe for their
Yeah,
children education. So they will
yeah,
withdraw
yeah,
from
yeah,
there, yeah, take it out,
yeah,
and then to pay for the unexpected event. So
yeah,
they always tell me that Vivian, I will save up, but it will take them a long time to save up on that
yeah,
particular
yeah,
education. So please,
yeah.
please save for your emergency, or even come out, maybe look for another source of income. I mean, like what you say, a passive income, so that at least if anything happen, you have these two of sources of income to help you
Mm.
out through this difficult time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There are many sources of passive income. I have a friend of mine even had passive income from her properties. So her properties are all fully paid. So she has passive income from there to pay off. I mean, her passive income from there is the rental lah. So the rental for whatever expenses he has. So I think there are multiple ways, and I think having a CFP also will help you to do all the strategies, which is to diversify
Yeah.
your assets allocation and your
Yeah.
portfolio lah. Kan,
Yeah. Yeah.
what is suitable to your risk appetite, or your
Yeah.
goals,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
achieve your
Yeah.
goals.
Yeah, that's the reason why CFP is here to advise you, not to control you. It's not to control
Yeah,
you, just that to advise us, because sometimes you do not have this. I mean, you would be a very lost or even stressed out. You cannot think another way. So we are here to point it out area that you need to focus on. Yeah.
right. So okay, do you have wait? I terputus lah pula. Wait. Silap. Let me share again.
So, audience, any question? So you
Yeah,
can
any
just
question
post
for
it.
us?
Yeah, yeah. So far, if you have any question, you just post it out, and then we will answer you later at the end of the show.
Okay. We have that, right?
Yeah, yeah, and yeah.
Okay.
So start investment and invest sensibility. So
Ah,
this is what we say that I always say, when you start invest, think about your goal, why you invest. But
mm,
normally people don't dig it. Whatever people tell you, or whatever some of the people come and approach you and say, "Hey, this product here is very good. Come,
right.
do this." But then you like buta like that, believe this product. Then after that, you put it aside for quite some time. Then you find out that, ayo, this product langsung tak help me. So
Ah,
no, what's the reason you buying this product? What's the purpose? What's the goal? To have
ah,
this product. So
right.
whether to inspire to build a fat retirement fund or earn a
Ah,
yacht, during your retire. Some
Yeah.
of you, like some of us, would like to have that, right? Lifestyle, right? Or pay off your children education. So think about that. What's the purpose of buying
Uh,
this product? Okay.
thank,
Oh, my friend is here. Hi, Shirley.
Hi, Charlie. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, and then the next one will be asset allocation. A lot of people were confused about that. Asset allocation try to balance risk by dividing asset among investment vehicle, meaning that asset
Right,
allocation involve in dividing an investment portfolio, you know,
right,
among different asset categories, such as
right.
like stock, like properties, like unit
Uh-huh.
trust, crypto, or even cash.
Yeah,
Cash means
right.
that you will be putting in the FD lah. This is what we call it a asset allocation on this.
Ah,
So a lot of
yeah,
people like putting a lot of money into one particular area. Like one
right,
of my clients, they put all his money into properties.
right, right,
So it make the whole thing imbalance because what we worry on is like if one the bad scenario happen, what will happen
right,
because there's a risk here if the tenant they leave, then where how much of money you nak bayarkan installment to. I mean, there's
right.
no more renter, right? So you need to means that you need to fork out from your pocket to pay for the installment. So
Okay.
that's the
But
reason then we advise on that part. Yeah.
okay, there's a question here for a 60-year-old retired healthy person. How much fund is required for basic needs only, says for another 30 years?
Oh, Hester, hi, my friend. Hi,
Uh,
hello.
uh,
Hi, thank you for
uh,
joining us. Yeah, okay, Hester, this 60 years retirement, it need to, like what I always say that, even though we cannot really give you a figure because we need to know how much the retirement fund in hand, how much she or she has in hand, like her asset or maybe cash in hand. So then when we after that we calculate out, we need to know how long is the life expectancy. Like previous time, remember Liz, we was like discussing about our life expectancy. So
mm,
sometime it might we might live till 95 years old. So
yeah,
but even though you have 1 meal or even 5 meal, but will it last you? So we need to calculate out on that amount of money, how much you
yeah,
can last you. Even though you
yeah,
have this amount, it can last you for 20 years. But
yeah,
you also have to allocate on certain things like their long-term care plan. I mean, long-term medical plan. Like emergency funding. Certain things will happen, so you need to
mm.
allocate on that part also. So,
Do you have a,
Hester, yeah, yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah, continue. Yeah. You,
Yeah, so
listen.
that we need to really sit down and calculate out, how much the person needed. I can't give you
Mm,
a exact figure. Yeah.
yeah. So, do you have any kind of rule of thumb for asset allocation for this different kind of asset class?
Oh, okay. It all depends on the person's risk tolerance also, Liz. Some of
Yeah.
them might be very conservative, so they might consider some of the products here is very conservative, like bank
Mm.
or money
Uh,
market. Yeah,
yeah.
so they will go for that. So like
Yeah.
balance, that will be going for the balance on some of the equity. So not
Right.
so risky, and then some is very aggressive. Then they will go for stock or
Stop.
crypto.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so on that part. So it all
Yeah.
depends on individual. So, but we still
Yeah.
have to go through it with them, how much they really have to allocate on the each of the area that they needed. Yeah,
Okay. So we go back to your slide again
yeah.
because I want to see your face also. That's why. And the
I'm
next one
sorry.
is
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
sorry.
cannot. I
Yeah.
cannot share also here. I do not know what
Uh,
happened.
okay. So
Manage
and
your
then
debts.
yeah, manage your debts.
Okay, manage your debts means that especially during this time, try to minimize by using your credit card, because as you know, everyone know that credit card is like charging you like 15% or more than 80%. So it means that you are
Right.
paying very high. Then because of there's you need some cash. I mean, you need some extra to put in your bank. So try to cut. Try to minimize on the credit card. You because credit, even debts, some of the debts will be your long term debts or even
Yeah.
your credit card. But on that part, you try to manage it well. Try to find. Pay as much as you can. Don't pay minimum
Mm-hmm.
because of the interest. Yeah, yeah,
So just pay full lah. How about
yeah. Pay
also
full.
how about like in terms of managing our debt for loans, home loan? As I know that if you try to put in like lump sum to reduce like per a year, you do a way of to reduce your loan, to shorten the time period of payment.
Yeah,
One of the
yeah. You can.
strategies is
Yeah, you can. You
weekly.
can. But it depends on whether you have the money to pay for that or not.
Hmm. Hmm.
Again, back to your cash flow. Again, back to your cash flow. Have to look at that.
Okay.
Yeah. So is it you can afford or not to pay off the housing loan? Fully. Yeah. It will it affect you? Yeah.
Okay. So we go. The next one is
Is protect with insurance.
I think
Yeah.
we just
This is.
we
Yeah. I
just say
just yeah. I just say
lah.
yeah. Okay. Protect your
Okay.
insurance. Protect with insurance. This right. A lot of
Yeah,
Malaysian got a lot of insurance product one. They buy
yeah.
and buy and buy. What we Chinese say, we say we kiasi lah, takut
Ah,
mati. So we try to buy a lot of insurance, but
hmm.
when we bought it, we do not know whether this product is it sufficient or not. Is it the right product for us or not? Without
Yeah,
knowing that the insurance needs, that every individual have their insurance needs, right?
yeah.
So you need to know, whether is it the right product for you. Because sometimes Malaysian, we do not have this practice, like the Western, they like to review
Mm.
on their policy, but we ourselves, we bought it and then simpan dalam amali sahaja. We don't
Also,
do yeah, we don't
so
do
we
review.
need to do review. How often do
Yeah,
you advise?
it's best that every 3 to 5 years, so that you can go through it, because at that time perhaps your income will be increased, or
Mm.
maybe your income will be cut,
You
reduced. So, yeah,
you're
you
right.
have to
You're
go
right.
through it. Yeah, you have to
I
go through that.
I know you're right because like for example, my own insurance that I had when I was 20 years ago is not enough now because first of all I've used up already.
Yeah.
Tinggal sikit je ada, now you got
Yeah,
it's not enough. You need to
yeah.
do see whether it's enough already for current situation. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Like me myself, right? I didn't know until I took out my CFP. Baru I tahu. My insurance lagi, that cannot use. Cannot langsung, cannot use langsung. So I have to add in some of the product to substitute it. To make it more sufficient for me in case anything happened to me. So because
Alright.
we Malaysian don't have this practice, we bought it and then just simpan dalam amali. Because even some of
Yeah.
them, I find out that they even have a very old policy, which is like 20 years ago. And then
Mm.
the hospitalization, the plan is like totally insufficient at all. So
Right.
please go contact your agent, talk to them. Perhaps you want to upgrade it, or maybe you want to buy another one. And then
Right.
there's few types. Don't simply buy a insurance product without knowing that, because each of the product have each of the benefit. Like
Yeah.
some of that is like family income, is mainly for family income, which is
Yeah.
what we the ordinary people say lah, life insurance. Okay,
And
yeah.
yeah, and a lot of people also don't know. There are this insurance you don't need to even take. For me, there are also investment link and stand alone. You
Yes,
see,
yes, yeah,
so
yeah.
for the same amount of money, if you pay for the investment link, you pay 4 times more than the stand alone one. Yeah, for like
Mm,
example, like the medical cards. So
mm,
for me, a lot of agents, the insurance that sells their insurance product, they will never ever tell you about the standalone products. They will never tell you. They only
yeah.
show you, share with you the one that that's investment link. I only
Mhm,
knew
mhm.
about the standalone because I used to be a insurance agent once upon a time ago.
But some of them don't introduce to you is because of the risk there. Because when it comes to standalone, right, sometimes if during these few years you have certain illnesses happen, so means that the standalone will not be helping you if anything happen to you. Means that there's a certain illness because the
Yeah,
insurance
yeah,
company might not insure you. So that's the
yeah.
reason why I assume that the insurance agent don't introduce this product to you. Yeah.
Yes, because example, I already have my medical card that is already investment link. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so then I already have that. So I just want to have one that is top up to one that I have now. Okay,
Mm,
so
mm,
for me, they share the investment link part of it. So for me, it doesn't make sense to pay so much on this when that balance amount I just pay stand alone, and then the balance amount is supposed to be for investment. I might as well put this on the other investment that can give me a better return. You see?
mm, 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 mm.
So I
Understand?
have to
Yeah,
see. I have to see. Yeah. As
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you know, I'm also a apa currency mutual fund investor. So I get better returns from there than I put in the in the insurance. You
Yeah,
see?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
and also my currency mutual fund, that's my backup insurance plan for me
Mm,
also.
mm, mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because if anything happen, at least you can at least you have planned it out, allocate it. I mean, take it lah.
Yeah.
Set as
Yeah.
this medical, like let's say
Yeah.
as you now you are taking like standalone, right? So it might
Uh,
cannot help you with the amount, or maybe because of certain event happen that you cannot use this insurance anymore, so you can use your backup plan on that part. Yeah, it's good. You
yeah.
have a plan. Yeah, actually, at least you can take out CFP. Yeah, because you already see the scenario here, like what we always do. So okay, this scenario here is, oh, let's say this scenario happened, what kind of plan that we should use, and then if this bad scenario here, what happened, if so we can prevent this scenario. If this happened, what we will do. So the few of the plan, which is means that plan A, plan B, plan C, yeah, that we always do that. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
You should. And we
no,
need
that's
that, in Malaysia, Liz.
no. I just become. I want to be a educated investor. That's all. Educated. For my family planning, I need to know. Yeah, not only the 100% depend on this, from the CFP. Yes, CFP is good to help us in general, but I think it's very important for us ourselves as a mother, as a father. If we have kids, especially that we need to take the responsibility of understanding the what is financial planning and that the strategy. So for me, that's how I educate myself. Okay, sometimes my CFP say, oh, I do this. No, I think it's better. So I would say, 'cause I know this. I would say, yeah, you know, and then I tell Vivian, I will double check with other CFPs also. So that's how I do. I surround myself. Okay, people have different ideas, and then I make my own conclusion. What is best for me?
Yeah,
You know?
because as I mentioned in the beginning, it's your plan. You take charge of it, right?
Yeah,
So we
yeah,
are helping you to clear off your blind spot,
yeah,
to tell you that, hey, if you take this, what will happen? Let you see
yeah,
a
yeah,
clearer
yeah.
picture on that part.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Even my dad also that day told me, at least I think you can also be a CFP. My dad.
Yeah, your father. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, actually, do you know that it's only like less than 1,000 of us in Malaysia, the
I, I'm
license
too, I'm too
financial
lazy,
planner?
lah, Vivian. I'm too
Mm.
lazy. I just want to take care of myself.
Yeah, you see, I'm
Okay,
trying
no,
to tell you to become.
no, I
Okay.
just pass, people. You all are the expert to do it. Pass to me. Okay,
Okay,
okay. So
okay,
what's
okay.
next? What's
Okay,
next? What's
okay,
next?
we focus back. Okay,
Okay, okay.
planning for
What's next?
retirement. Yeah,
Mm,
before you go for planning your retirement, as I mentioned in the beginning on the slide.
yeah,
So
yeah,
please start it as young as possible. As young
yeah.
as possible. Yeah, don't
Okay.
drag it out because sometimes young people say that, hey, it's very long time lah, no need lah. I don't need it yet. Please start it. Start it
All
as
right.
early as possible because along the
Right.
way you do not know what will happen. I mean your life stage, right? So when you do that, when you tell your CFP or even your financial planner that, hey, I want 5 mil or even 10 mil or even 1 mil for your retirement. So how
Yeah.
do you think that the 5 mil or 1 mil can last you? How long it can last you?
Uh, yeah.
Now, this is one of it. Hester, like what you mentioned, you say that
Mm,
how much you need it on that part, even though you with this amount, how long it will last you, for
mm.
your retirement, how much do I want to spend? No, this is one of the factor also. How much do you want to spend during your retirement? Some may want to cut down, I mean, reduce on the lifestyle. Some they want to
Yeah.
800%, whatever I'm doing now, I also doing that part,
And
on that part.
the problem is even me myself when I'm younger, I don't even think about retirement plans. Jauh lagi, jauh lagi.
Like,
Girl, I don't do later lah, later I do lah, later.
yeah, that's
By the time
why.
later, I'm already 47.
Yeah, that's
Barulah
why.
start
See, yeah, like me myself also, because it's affected me, during my time when I want to save up for my retirement, something will be happening. Something will be
Yeah.
happening. So it affected.
Yeah.
So please, save up as early as you can. Yeah, even though you say, now I'm like 30 something or 40 something or like my age, is it too late? No, it's still not too
Yeah.
late. Just that you need to plan it nicely,
Yeah.
accordingly.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, and
And
then,
what's next?
another one will be, like what I'm saying, emergency funding. Because during that
Mm.
time, remember, there won't be any income coming in, or even though they
Right.
have some, you have some of the passive income, but still you have to allocate some of the emergency funding as well, because
Yeah.
you do not know at that time, maybe we need some more medical,
Yeah.
more medical, or
Yeah.
maybe you something will happen, so you do not know,
Yeah.
you may need that. Okay,
Yeah.
so and then what else? And sufficient insurance coverage, like
Mm.
what I mentioned. Some of
Yeah.
us may have, I mean, the coverage will be last you for until like 60 something,
Yeah.
65, yeah, or maybe more
Yeah.
than that, but
Yeah.
nowadays it's already like up to 90 years old already.
Yeah.
But still you have to, relook
Good.
and review back on your insurance. Please
Right.
do that. Okay, and
Right.
then do I still have loan commitment? Some of
Mm.
the mean clients of mine, they bought their house in their 40s, so means that they
Yeah.
have another like maybe 30 years to go, means that they will have to pay installment until 70.
Mm.
Yeah. So at that time, I mean, so you need to know, even though I have this commitment, so how much I need to pay for this commitment, how much I have to allocate for my life, my
Right.
expenses and
Right.
emergency. This
Right.
some of the factor that you have to do on that part, lor. Okay. And then
Okay.
lastly,
Ah.
estate planning. Yeah. So estate planning doesn't mean that when you reach like 50 something or 60 something, then you do,
Oh, or 70 something dah nak mampus baru nak. Okay,
No,
yeah.
no, no, So you have to start like, especially those like just started their family. They have a very young children, a baby or something like that. When your children are very minor, please create a estate plan, because if anything happen, at least there's something, or to have a peace of mind for your family. Yeah,
Mm.
on that part. Yeah. So please think about that. Don't think that, don't want I don't want to talk about estate planning. Normally people don't like to talk about estate planning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Normally they don't like it.
I think it's very, very important because it's
Yeah.
also like an insurance for your family. You need to do the preparation because anything can
Yes.
happen,
Yes.
especially a Muslim like me.
Mm,
Very,
mm, mm.
very important. You are
Yes.
you are also a certified Islamic financial
Mm,
planner,
mm,
and for
mm,
a
mm.
Muslim is also an additional thing that you need to do the planning, right, Vivian?
Yes, you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Mm.
according one of my Muslim client, thank God, the husband. I think I wrote it in my LinkedIn before. The husband passed away due to cancer. Thank God he prepared. He have already created a estate plan for the three of the son.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah. So
even
yeah.
now, and now you see a pandemic is going on, a lot of
Mm,
death going on.
mm.
And it
Yes.
doesn't matter at what age, you know. So the
Yeah.
estate planning cannot be wait till I'm 70, wait till I'm
No.
60. No, it has to be now. It has to
Yeah.
be now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So please prepare as early as you can. Okay.
Mm.
So yeah, cause too many things that happen. I experience it. I can see that they are very when certain things that they don't prepare it, I mean well or even early, they tend to very stress out. You know,
Mm.
there's very emotionally, so they can't focus on things that they should focus on. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to ask the audience, any of you done your estate planning? If yes, at what age did you do? If no, then better go and see Vivian do quickly.
Because
All
there's a
right.
few of the tools that you can use on. It depends on your needs. It can come back to your needs also. Cause
All right.
yeah, yeah.
So what's
So
next now?
this I think is almost like 1 hour.
Yeah,
So
1 hour already. So I don't
yeah,
think we have time for the next one, which is you wanted to say 7 step, right?
yeah, the 7 step of the how it works on 7 step of
Okay.
financial
So
planning. Yeah.
that means we have to invite Vivian again.
Yeah, maybe next time
Yeah.
we'll go in more deeper and more details on
Not,
that, right?
not yet.
Yeah. Not
Not
yet,
yet.
huh?
Ha,
Esther,
ha.
please, please do it as soon as possible.
So I think we will, this is just the first session, which is just general speaking on what is financial planning and what needs to be done in order for us to survive in case if anything happen during pandemic, during recession. Yeah, so these are the generally what Vivian has shared with us what we need to be doing in financial planning. If you can't be on doing on your own, you then engage CFP like Vivian. If you want to contact Vivian Chin, she is you can connect with her in LinkedIn. Yeah, LinkedIn under with Vivian Chin. Any other social media or just LinkedIn, Vivian?
Yeah, I think just LinkedIn. Yeah,
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 yeah.
just LinkedIn.
Okay. Just contact Vivian Chin through LinkedIn, and I think I've learned a lot, and I think it's amazing. Thank you so much, Vivian, for sharing. You will see her again next time to go deeper into financial planning. Maybe we talk about asset allocation ka or budget ka. We can go that. If you guys like to know more or in detail on other areas of financial planning, you can just do it on the comment and share with us. Oh yeah, and then share with us today what are the takeaways you have from Vivian from today's session. Just write it on the comment. At least you know what you learned from her. And what I've learned from her was actually mostly I do quickly do the estate planning. I have I still have not done yet. I'm going to do that soon.
Yeah,
Sakit
please
say
do.
I'll do it. Tak buat-buat lagi.
You can what?
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I see you guys
Thank
again
you.
next Saturday. Next Saturday, I will have. Today is on financial health series, and next Saturday I'll be having on apa mental health series. I will invite Dr. Nina Hafiz to
Oh,
talk. I
okay.
think we're gonna talk
Yeah,
about depression. I think
yeah,
that
yeah,
how to handle depression, especially
yeah.
during pandemic. You lose money, you lose your income, everything, and don't do proper financial planning, then you go through
Stress out,
depression,
stress out.
stress,
Yeah,
and
stress
everything.
out.
So how do we handle that? Yeah.
Mm,
So
mm.
thank you, and everybody. Thank you, Shirley Chan. Thank you,
Thank
Seok
you.
Lee,
Thank
and thank you,
you.
Hesami. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you guys again next week, next Saturday. Today is Mama Liz wants to learn, and I learn a lot from Vivian Chin. Bye.
Bye.